Welcome to episode 6 of the Hot Drop. I know it's been a while. I've been very busy with PEC and stuff, so sorry about that in advance. But we have a really nice episode for you with Apocalyp, the coach of Howl. Howl just won PEC first place, and they are going to PGS as the only MEA team there. So I took the opportunity to finally speak to someone from the MEA region. And huge shout out, honestly, to Apocalyp. He prepared really hard for this interview. No one on his team was confident with English, but he still sort of powered through and we had a really good conversation. So show him some love. It's a little bit of a shorter episode because of that. But I'm sure you guys understand that for people that have more issues speaking English, I don't wanna keep them for a full hour. If you have any more people that you want to see on the podcast, make sure to put that in the comments. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to support it on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you are. That is all completely free. Liking and reviews and all that sort of stuff really helps out the podcast. But I won't waste any more of your time. Let's get to the episode. For this episode, I am joined by the PEC champion coach, Apocalyp. How does it feel for you right now to be the first in Europe?
I'm feeling amazing and so much happy again.
Yeah.
Because we won this.
It's
It's
crazy.
very hard. Yeah.
I have a lot of things I want to talk about. And there's been a lot of questions on Twitter as well from fans and viewers. But I want to start at the beginning. I remember you playing, and I think you played in PCS 7. You were still a player, right? You were playing. You were playing yourself. How did you make the decision to become a coach? When did you? How was that transition for you?
I can say about this. I didn't have any organization at last tournaments. Maybe you remember PCS 7, 6 or something. And I played the mixed team. Sometimes we went to PCS with people who have never played PCS. Even if you are successful without organization to our century extent, the offer was good and I accept.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Now, I think you're in a similar situation that I'm in, right? You used to be a player, and you don't really have coaching experience, right? You've just started coaching. Was there anything about that switch for you that was hard? Anything that was a little bit weird? Because suddenly you're not a player anymore. You're working with players. You're so out of the game. How was that change for you? Was there anything that was maybe a little bit hard to get used to?
No, I didn't have any difficulties. I even had mobile coaching before.
Okay.
And I was 13 Europe. I was 13 Europe. As a feeling, I think I felt that I had stepped in the exciting adventure, and sometimes I feeling new adventure. But everything is my control. So I know what can I do. So we do this.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, Howl is not a new team, but I don't think they've ever had a success like this. And I think there is a lot of viewers in Europe that don't really know you guys too well. So can you maybe talk a little bit about your players and what makes them special and what things each player does on the team?
Yes, of course. Maybe we can talk about the first in the Met. His role in IGL, in-game leader, and the basic IGL roles. Maybe he make a decision for rotate, fight, and about what we do. He decides this. But the other people's or other teammates see anything, they get this role because PUBG is 360 degrees. So every foe very, very important. Foe is really important.
Yeah.
Most importantly, being able to interpret what you see. Yeah, I think I explain this, I think.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. You need more than one guy making the decisions, and you need all the
Yeah,
info from all the other guys. I think we see this a lot where in a lot of teams the IGL is the guy playing at the front maybe, and he's looking into
yeah,
the circle and he's looking for opportunities, but the other guys have to be looking as well, and they have to communicate. And
exactly,
it
exactly.
can't work if it's only one guy.
And if I want to say about Scofield, maybe you remember in the match, his role, a check a back step. If you want to silence, come maybe flank or back step or more, you will face to face with Scofield because Scofield's role is backstepper, and he's very smart. And when I want to say something, he understands and does it very quickly. He's smart, very smart player.
Makes sense.
So every time you need these players.
Yeah, for sure. So when you say he's backstabber, you mean he's watching the back for your team?
Yep.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Get info a little more something maybe, but usually looking backside.
And then the other two are just giving information and they're trying to frag.
Lassie's real name, Beer Boy. Sometimes we talk about with him, or sometimes someone say beer killer. I don't know English translate, but Turkish language ayı boğan. We are saying him ayı boğan. And this is my old teammate, and I am currently coaching him. He's cheerful and funny. Actually, everyone is funny and cheerful. His role, fragger, very good aim, and very good attacker.
Yeah. And then you have Ruan, right?
Yeah. Ruan is good listener and ambitions. Ambitions to achieve something. But our youngest. Very youngest, yeah. Fight power is really good, and your team should have such people. Game opener, if you want to knock anywhere, maybe he can do. If you want to maybe IGSA get to knock this compound, he can do. Maybe he can do because firepower is very, very good.
Yeah. You need that on your team. I think the main thing on a PUBG team is having the mix, right? Having some really, really strong mechanical players, having some players that understand the game very well, and then, like you said, having a guy that will go watch the back and that is not, jealous. If Ruan is standing on top of the tower, ADR farming, shooting everyone, Scofield cannot be mad that he's watching the back, it's his job, and it is how it is.
But Ruan do this. Ruan, he can do this. So why not? Why?
It's not about the player, it's about the team, right? So
yeah.
It makes sense.
It will be team. Yeah.
Everybody just wants the team to succeed. It's nice. I think you have a really good mix. I think everyone has seen that you guys can do a lot of things. Now you already said just now that sometimes you tell Ruan to go watch the back. You already told me before that you are a bit of an active coach. So does that mean that you talk a lot during the games and you give a little bit of help during the game? Or is that all the mad just making the calls?
I helping so much because that's PUBG is very hard game, and your other teams very hard, very powerful teams, and you need more help because I a little bit help sometimes.
Yeah, makes sense. So you saying that you help the team, but now that you go to PGS, for example, you will not be able to talk to the team during the games. Do you think that's gonna be a bit of a struggle for them, or do you think they are ready for it?
I think yes, we can do this because we are working so much other teams plan, and I am a lot of time doing analyst with other teams, other region. Maybe I can give simple Korea or China or NA, and I say about the analyst for my teammate, and I think Matt can do this.
Yeah, hopefully. So it's my next question is an interesting one, because when you ask someone what they expect from a tournament, almost everybody just says, I want to win, and I expect to win, and that's our goal. But I think when you're a team like mine and like yours, you shouldn't really expect to get first place, and you should be happy if you get second, maybe. You should be happy with top 5, maybe. So my question is sort of, what was your goal for this PEC? What would you have been happy with to achieve this PEC?
Frankly, we did preparation for the fights of Yasnaya. Maybe you remember the Wu fight.
Yeah.
But we scored the good points in the game. We showed on the Miramar map and in the game. And where we jumped alt main behind the quarry. Maybe you remember first angle map. We moved on the second plan. Because we do good points, we get the good points. We discussed it earlier. Let's win this game. But if we fight, I think we would be in 9th place. Yeah. Maybe ninth place.
Yeah.
I think if we fight with the Wu.
But you still weren't sure if you would fight or not before the tournament. You only didn't fight because you did so many points on Miramar and on the first Erangel.
Yeah. If we want to fight, we get so much points because fight is every team for bad.
Yeah.
Fight is bad, very bad. Every fight.
For sure.
Hot drop fight, everything is bad.
Yeah. That's interesting as well, because I think some other teams would have said, we have so many points. Wu only has very little points. We can hot drop and they have to leave because they need every point, right? And we're already doing well. So some teams would have maybe done that exactly the other way around. But this way, I mean, you won. So clearly it was not a bad decision. And maybe next tournament, do you think maybe next tournament you will contest and show Wu that this is your city, or do you not really know yet what you're gonna do?
I don't know. We don't talk about this, but maybe we fight for Yasnaya again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a really good position now to fight for stuff.
Yeah.
Because you have 750 PGC points. That is a lot of PGC points, and you've shown everyone what you can do.
Yeah, exactly.
During this question, there was a little confusion going on in the podcast. So the next answer you're going to hear is to the question, when did you realize you won PEC?
When we get the last skin and exalted, we think we do this, but I don't know this time. And but we have felt stress this time, very stress time. And hopeful, point is very close. So who is win this game? We don't have any idea. But someone wrote to me, we won.
Yeah.
He say we won. Yeah. So yeah, I can't say anything for this because only you need feel for say something about. Only you need feel.
Yeah.
Win is because you winning the Europe and so much happy. And first MEA teams win the Europe champion.
Yeah.
I can't say anything about this. Maybe you can.
Yeah.
You can see me.
It's really nice, especially a lot of people looked at Foot Esports and at BBL and thought this would be the big MEA teams, right? The big orgs.
Yeah.
And you did so much better. and it just proved everyone what you can do. So that's really nice. Cool. I want to ask some of the questions people asked on Twitter. Some of the fans want to know. You talked about this a little bit, but someone asked how much of your work is studying the other teams, and how much of your work is working on your own team, working on Howl as a team.
I can't make such a comparison to be good as this job, because this is your job, and we don't have to have limits, because you need to learn everything. Other teams, your teams, you need to learn everything, and you must use this. And I can say, so you need to learn about other teams, and you need maximum update your team.
Yeah, you just have to do both.
Yeah,
makes sense. Someone else asked, and I think they make a very good point, because you guys are very good at sending it in phase 2 a lot of the time. Sometimes phase 3, you find a lot of spots in the center, and you get into a lot of good zones. And sometimes your sends are so good that people are really confused how you pull that off. I was watching one of the Erangel games, for example. The one that ended next to the museum, the trophy hall, next to shelter. And people were like, how is Howl doing this? How do they send like this? What the hell? So maybe you don't have to, talk about secrets or whatever, but how do you manage to get into so many zones and do it so consistently and so well?
I can explain this. We have so much lineup for all circles, maybe circle 1, circle 2, circle 3. I think you need the lineup, because if you want the good play, you have the rotation lineup or fight lineup. You need so much lineup, and we have this. Firstly, I can say about this, but not enough. If you have lineup, you get the win. No, I can say this. You need this so much. I can predict the moments of the teams, where there is destiny, where there is not. These are always important. It is necessary to pay attention to white zone and blue zone control and movements. The plane and many other things. Everything is important. I can explain the shelter circle. I remember, I think 3 or I think 3 shift the right side. So so much team behind us, and we think, guys, we can go the other side, the circle, the zone. We found the good position. I think we do this.
Yeah, it's I think it's a bit of an underrated strategy to just say there is so many teams around us. We just go to the other side. We don't know what is on the other side, but there is so many teams here. There has to be space on the other side.
Exactly.
It's a nice idea, and it worked out really well. I mean, it didn't work out fantastically that game, but it was still a good rotation, and a lot of games it worked out perfectly. But like you said, I think I agree with you 100%. There is a ton of preparation, but it's also, then you get into a good spot, you still have to play well. You still have to react on what's happening around you. You have to understand what the other teams are doing. And you guys were very, very good at that. I remember the Erangel game, for example, where you went into the Pachinki dips, the little bunkers east of Pachinki. And I thought, wow, that was very good. Phase 2 rotate. But then you have to leave the field, and you have Twisted Minds in front of you. You have Exalt behind you, and you still win, and you still kill them. And you have, you shouldn't kill them. They should always kill you, but you outplay them. You shoot better. That's the other part. That's not the preparation. That's just how good you guys were at the video game in this tournament.
I can say about this position something maybe. People remember this position we are fight with Twisted Minds. Twisted Minds is 3. We are 4. and my teammates say, guys, go to trees with a car. I'm crossing you. If I die, no problem, but go, just go.
Yeah.
They give the skull, and other teammates doing this, and one teammates crossing other teammates. I don't know, we won this fight.
Yeah.
But Crosser is alive. I don't know, I don't expect this. So very crazy fight.
Sometimes things are just crazy. Sometimes PUBG is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the last game, for example, was crazy. I was watching the stream and I saw DA in the compound. You have 2 in the shack. You have DA in the compound. I was like, okay, they're dead. DA can hold the door, you know, they can drive, they can Molotov, they can nade. Howl is dead. But then you kill DA, you have to leave the shack, and then there is an airdrop on the road. There's a crate.
Yeah.
And you survive. You just survive because there's a crate on the road.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no, please. But sometimes it's destiny. Sometimes PUBG is just like that.
Yeah, destiny.
It's crazy.
I think this is destiny because you see Ran have 1 HP and get the kill.
And he has,
if he can't,
he got a booster tick. You know, he had booster and he went from 71 HP to 73. And then he goes down to 1 and he gets the kill. And I'm just like,
that's crazy.
crazy.
Maybe if he do silence, go left side, maybe do Zipron, Eli, but destiny, this is destiny. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Amazing.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And
I can't explain this position.
Crazy. And the crazy thing for us is too that it's a 1v1 at the end. It's Feyrist versus Knorkus. And if Feyrist wins, then Exalt is second. Or Exalt, maybe they're even first. I don't know. But so many moments in that tournament that could have just decided everything. And it was so like small differences and they would have had a huge impact. It was so crazy. I watched it back. I watched the game back like 3 or 4 times because I just couldn't believe all the things that happened. It was so wild. Okay, I have some rapid fire questions. Okay, so I ask you a question. It's a short question, and you just give the first answer that comes to your head. Okay.
Okay.
There's no. You can answer whatever you like. Just don't think about it too long. Okay.
Okay.
What is the best AR in the game? Best assault rifle?
M4, I think M4 is best because stability and good control spray.
Makes sense.
I think M4.
What is the best DMR in the game?
DMR, I can say MK. New MK is very
MK12?
good. Yeah, MK12.
Makes sense.
And I think I remember this weapon is buffed in B server. So this weapon is very good for DMR. Yeah.
Where in the world should PGS2 be? Where do you want PGS2 to happen?
I think so much difference at the maps, Deston, Taigo.
No.
And,
I mean, PGS1 is in Malaysia.
Yep.
You know? It happens in Malaysia. Where should PGS2 be? In Europe, in USA?
I want the Korea.
You want Korea?
Because I love. Yeah. I want Korea because Korea is very good.
Yeah. It's like the home of PUBG, Korea.
Yeah. Exactly.
If you had to choose, would you rather be on Foot Esports or on BBL? You had to pick one.
Foot, because I love this new teammates and players because more good.
Okay.
I think, but I love the BBL, but Foot a little bit.
Okay, a little bit more.
Yeah, a little more tough.
Later this year, we will have 3 new maps. We will have Vikendi, and we have Taigo, and maybe even Destin. Which of those 3 do you like the most?
I think Taigo.
Yeah?
Yeah, Taigo more good for esport.
And which one do you like the least? Which one do you hate?
Deston.
Yeah?
Deston. Yeah, because very complication.
I think every esports player agrees. Everyone,
Yeah.
nobody likes Destin for esports, but we will see.
Yeah.
If you could go back to be a player instead of a coach, would you do it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think about. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just not what's happening right now.
Yeah.
But if someone came to you now and said, you can play PUBG again on a good team, would you say yes, or would you say no, I want to be a coach?
That's question very hard.
Yeah.
Why not? If teammates is very good, why not?
Okay. Cool. I think that is my questions done for now. I've had a very good time. I think we had a very good conversation. And thank you so much for coming on. It's been a really nice chat.
Thank you for me.
Congrats again, by the way, on PGS, on PEC, everything. I guess I'll see you in Malaysia.
Yeah, Malaysia. Yeah. I can say a little bit something. My English not perfect. I hope I can express myself well, and us will get good time.
Yeah, 100%. Your English is more than good enough. Thank you for coming on. It's been really nice.
Thank you.
That was episode 6 with Apocalyp. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's a shorter one. I will try and aim to get one out before PGS. I'm not sure if that's happening. We are really, really busy with preparations and we're going to be flying, all that sort of stuff. Or maybe we can get a cheeky episode in at PGS. That would be sick. We'll see what I can do. I'll try my very, very best. For now, thanks for watching until the very end. I really, really appreciate it. You can do all the free stuff to support, like liking the YouTube and subscribing to the channel. That would really help me out. And if you want to do more free support, you can always use my creator code in game. Link will be in the description. And if you're super crazy, like one of the few people that are so crazy about this podcast, they want to give me money for it, there is a Patreon linked as well, where you can sort of give your opinion. You get a special role in the Discord. You can suggest some content that I might do in the future, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode.